Hey, hello everybody, this is Purge, and welcome back once again to another game from the defense here. We're going to be watching SK versus GDT. This is the second game of the day that we've watched GDT play here, it should be pretty awesome. They did pretty well last time. They tried like an early pushing strat, but it didn't really pan out. They did pretty okay in the early game. I wouldn't say they played bad, but it wasn't quite as strong as it needed to be for them to win the game, so they lost to a Spectre, basically. And once the Spectre eventually got farmed enough, it wasn't an easy win by the other team. That was MYM versus GDT earlier today, but it was definitely still a pretty good game. GDT played okay. We can always pray to God that maybe we get a game as good as the last one. If you guys haven't seen it yet, Hansa versus Maus was fantastic. The best game I've watched in like a week. Really, really great game. Should be on the VODs. I already renamed everything, so you should be good to go. Apparently. Let me see. Guess we're remaking because oh god. Apparently no Cinderin, so okay. Just need two more SK players. Well, dang, now my intro is ruined. That sucks. Come on, random SK player. Alright, here we go. Back into the game. All of our observers are ready to go. Alright, everybody loading in fine. SK versus GDT. Sorry about the little delay on the VODs, guys. Didn't mean to start it quite early. I didn't think that we were going to have to back out and rejoin a new game, so. Alright, so SK, very, very good team. They are previously Nevo. Actually, curiously, one of the observers in the game, Cinderin used to be on their team when they were Nevo, and they became Monkey Business because I believe they lost their sponsor or something like that. But then they reformed, added some new players. Now they're currently SK, and they have some of the best known players in the game, basically, because of the fact that their players actually stream a lot. I know Link and Calculus both stream quite a bit, and I think Angel as well, which is very good for them. So. Okay, so first bans. SK is going to ban out an anti-mage. GDT throwing away that Night Stalker. They do not want to deal with him, understandably.
5 seconds remaining.
5 seconds left over here for GDT. They will ban that Nature's Prophet, and there's a Broodmother. So we're going to see a Lich first pick probably out of GDT. Almost for sure. If not him, maybe a Tidehunter. Sometimes we do see that. We actually don't need any more observer slots. There's broadcaster slots that will eventually broadcast our voice. So, for example, somebody could watch me stream through the game, something like that. And there are observer slots on the left side. It's just not quite the same. Just doesn't give you the option of broadcasting.
Windrunner at your
And it's actually going to be a first pick Windrunner, a little curiously. I'm a little surprised about this. I thought for sure it would probably be a Lich, but you can get stuff done with that one as well. Lich is the first pick for SK. They decide, I can't believe he didn't pick Lich. I'm going to pick Lich.
Tidehunter.
Tidehunter Lich. Very, very good double pickup right there. Next two picks coming out of GDT. Not really sure where they're going to go here. Possibly some really strong solo heroes. Windrunner's already out of the pool. Tidehunter's already gone. Maybe we'll see like some kind of pushing heroes. Maybe a Shadow Shaman. I wouldn't be too surprised. I would guess something like that. Minute 30 left. The reserve time is ticking away slowly here. Probably going to expect them to do something. Beastmaster is also very, very good. Ancient Apparition, Beastmaster. I really like these two pickups. I think these are really smart. Ancient Apparition can make a lot of good stuff happen. Beastmaster Roar is so sexy, and he's a very good solo hero. And I think the nastiest thing about SK's lineup so far, Tidehunter ulti is obviously really good, as we've seen. His damage, or his teamfight contribution is just ridiculous compared to a lot of other heroes. And Lich Sacrifice is just really strong as well, so being able to sacrifice creeps is just... It lines you up for a lot of different, having to fight against a lot of different heroes, and then there's Chain Frost problems on enemy teams. So Beastmaster is good for that reason. You can spawn pets, which will eat some Chain Frost, like a Quill Boar or something. But most importantly, Beastmaster strong laning and roaring on side lanes works out really good. Yes, the people on the left side of the lobby see the game in real time as well. They just don't have broadcaster spots. So hypothetically, if somebody was watching this game on the watch tab, by the way, I'm responding to a channel comment, or an IRC comment. Hypothetically, if you guys were one of my friends, you could watch the game I was casting and then enable the audio channel to work so that you would hear me through game. You could enable my audio through the game, basically. That's what would be happening. So then you could hear my audio while you observe with your screen. That's what would happen. So currently all the slots on the left are fine. You can watch those. There's a couple bugs, but they'll fix them eventually. And then people on the left side of the map will be absolutely fine. So interesting pickups so far. We're going to see a Spectre get picked by SK, which I think is pretty smart. The reason for Spectre being smart here is because Beastmaster is better known for his disabling than he is for his burst damage. Roar and Axes is good, but it's not like amazing. And Ancient Apparition also does some pretty good disables. Decent enough nukes and Windrunner as well, but Windrunner better known for disable. So they basically have like approximately 2 to 3 heroes that are better at disabling and not necessarily nuking. I guess Ancient Apparition a little bit better for nuking, obviously, but this basically means that if Spectre does get roared and axed, she's probably going to survive the duration, unlike a Anti-Mage might possibly. Spectre's a little bit more tanky, just not as survivable because she can't blink away. And we do see a Void ban from SK. That's one of the few carries left in the game that would be good in Spectre. We might see a Weaver as well. I would not be too surprised about a Weaver ban as well from SK, because they are going to be worried about the enemy team counterpicking them. They don't really have a lot of push heroes yet. I would expect GDT to possibly go for a hard carry plus Vengeful Spirit. That's my guess. They might pick Avenge as soon as possible, because Venge Aura plus Beastmaster Aura is very good.
Reserve time.
Yeah, those two auras together are very good, and they need another support hero. And they might pick up a support, or some kind of a semi-pusher as well. Maybe I don't know. I would have guessed Shadow Shaman. Shadow Shaman is very popular, basically, because of his Nether Wards, or it's not his Nether Wards, his Serpent Wards. Serpent Wards are very, very good, and they allow you to take towers pretty early. But so far, neither team really has that. They might just go for like a crazy farm fest. We're going to see a Pugna ban as well, because the Radiant team is looking for a pushing hero, or more importantly, a solo hero. And a solo hero that also pushes as well can be very effective. I would almost argue that Pugna would get destroyed by Beastmaster Ancient Apparition, but it's not a huge deal. I think Pugna can lane effectively against Beastmaster, but in the mid game Roar, it just makes too big of an impact on squishy heroes. We're actually going to see a Slardar ban, which I think is really smart coming out of SK. If we would have seen a Slardar in the team fight, you know, dropping that amp damage down on Spectre, I don't care if he blocks 20% of the damage you do to him, you're doing a lot more with the big amp damage, so I think that would have been pretty effective. And then they could have gone for more of like a ganking lineup against the hard carry. It's not necessarily the best counter. I mean, people say that pushing is better against turtling, and Spectre is definitely going to be turtling. But I still think it can work effectively. If you can get a lot of good ganks off on the enemy carry and keep them shut down, I think you're sitting pretty good usually. Into reserve time here, 46 seconds left. They have to pick up a hero. I would love to see them get Vengeful Spear right now and not commit to a hard carry quite yet. We may still see something like that, but Radiant team probably going to grab solos. Most definitely going to grab solos. They're really, really open in their picks right now, considering they have Lich and a Tidehunter. They could even solo the Lich if they really want to. One pick each, 16 seconds left. Got to pick now, man. They got like 5 seconds here.
10 seconds remaining.
Almost every team will just pick up at 5, but are they going to run out of time here? They don't know what they want to go for 5 seconds for. 3. It's going to be a Venomancer. That's going to be their support here. I'm surprised they got Veno and not a Vengeful Spirit. They're going to be able to push harder this way, though. But I think Venge would be a little better, much better for ganking Spectre. We'll see. And we're going to see an Enigma pick by SK that's going to allow them to jungle or solo him and do a little bit of pushing. So both teams now have a little bit of push here. One pick left on each team, except GDT doesn't have a lot of time left. About 18 seconds here. They have to make all quick decisions. They did go for the Venomancer. Maybe they will do something like a Vengeful Spirit still. It's possible. They could just solo the Ancient Apparition. Or solo the Venomancer. Either one. I think I would like to see them get a hard carry, though. Oh, nice. That is awesome. That actually glitched out the game a little bit. Necrolite. They picked up a Necrolite, guys. It's not a common pickup at all. But I'm excited to see this. I think Necrolite could see some play. Not against an Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage is a hard counter to Necrolite. But this is really sweet. Yeah, like glitched out the game. Like stopped all the animations and some bug.
10 seconds remaining.
That's okay. Necrolite is like a semi-carry, basically. He's not a hard carry, but he's a carry. He's like a carry, semi-carry. It's all about magic nukes and getting his mana pool up and his survivability. He becomes really, really tanky, basically, and they're going to be using him against Spectre. Once they get Spectre down to half HP, he's going to use his ulti on Spectre, and that should do a buttload of damage to Spectre. The best thing about Necrolite is that you use him against really, really tanky heroes to just try to kill them, basically. You know, okay, everything works in. Enigma is now chilling. Necrolite's still having a little bit of issue. Looks like Taku has disconnected. Not quite sure. But one more pick here to go. He has reconnected now. Are they going to get a support? Are they going to get a solo laner? I expect them to get a solo laner. Maybe something that could possibly counter Necrolite. But I'm not really sure what they're going to go for. Pugna is a good counter. Slardar works out pretty well as well. And who else? Viper is a pretty good counter, but they can't really go for another. They could go for a Viper, but it'd be weird. They're probably not going to go for another semi-carry.
10 seconds remaining.
It would be cool, but I don't think they will. It's actually going to be a Lion. Lion's going to give a lot of hard disable. He's going to be a good solo. I actually like Lion a lot. I think he's a very, very good hero and can fit into lineups very, very easily. And he's going to not only give... I guess are we really remaking again? Okay. Oh, one of the casters. So, one of the other casters wants in. Oh my god, are you serious? God, I lose broadcaster slot. That sucks. All because I'm slow. That's frustrating. I didn't realize he was a caster. I maybe shouldn't have said anything. It's not a big deal. It's just frustrating. I shouldn't try to make a deal out of it. I'll live with it. Alright, if he's gonna move. Yes, we do have all the casters in game. We remade for Versuta, basically. I'm actually really excited to see how this goes. If Necrolite can do okay and get decent enough items, probably gonna expect him to get like a mech Vanguard, maybe something like that is really effective, or a pipe Vanguard is also popular on him. I think Pipe Vanguard Arcane is quite good. He almost needs an Arcane for sure, because his mana pool is not quite adequate. Alright, back in the game here. Hopefully everybody loads in. I want to see this game get casted. Am I right?
Tide Hunter. Ancient apparition. I am Enigma.
Alright, here we go. For SK, Calculus is going to be playing the Tide Hunter. Link is on the Spectre, Angel on the Enigma. We have Rise playing the Lich, Miggle is going to be on the Lion, and for the Dire team, Snake King playing the Windrunner, B-Diz playing the Ancient Apparition, Taku is on the Beastmaster, Way Too Sexy is going to be playing the Venomancer, and AEI Owned You is going to be playing the Necrolite. Very interesting item build, actually. Very heavy int, double mantle, 3 GGs, and a Tango. Definitely a little unusual. And they're going to be looking for a possible level 1 gank. People don't really use Smoke anymore, which is kind of interesting to do level 1 ganks. This was kind of popular when Smoke first came out, but ever since then people don't really care very much. A couple pings by Enigma, just hanging out on the map. Lusikno asking for the server. And will they spot somebody out? Tide will find everybody. They're just going to look at each other from long distance.
The battle begins.
Alright, game starting off. Lich is going to go towards the mid lane, I guess. He's going to be supporting. Wow, look at that. First creep wave, double deny, Enigma plus that Lich, man. That is so rough for the top lane, at least. That's going to be Beastmaster actually laning up there, and they're going to be putting Necrolite mid, which I think is pretty cool. And they're going to do a tri-lane with a Windrunner, Ancient Apparition, Aveno. I think this is really smart out of GDT. It's good that they didn't put the Necrolite top, because that's 2 creeps right off the bat. No EXP, no farm. Something Beastmaster can live with. And it will be a hard carry supported by a support hero on the mid lane, because they are a little scared about that tri-lane, basically. So Link's going to be doing a decent enough time. Necrolite will be getting whatever last hits he can. He has actually very good last hitting power now, because of this double mantle. His base damage is apparently not that amazing, despite having this much last hitting power. 6, 9, that's a lot of base damage increase. Lion on the bot lane, apparently soloing there, and he's going to be supported by the Tidehunter. And he's going to be a little bit more survivable against these guys because he does have that disable. So there's the Sentry Ward. Dire Ward, very nicely placed. Placed down a little bit, and that's going to protect from the Sentry Ward. So he's going to have to re-Sentry, possibly guess that the other one is right here, and we'll see if he gets it. I'll just keep an eye on his inventory, see if he places that down. Looks like he's thinking about it. Top lane, Enigma's doing a pseudo jungle. This is actually really cool. Laning the Enigma on the top lane, he can go from in between lane, and then when the lane is a little dangerous, he can just run over to this creep camp and jungle there. So that's pretty sweet. And it looks like Tidehunter did drop the sentry, but not guessing the right spot. Assuming there was a ward there, but it didn't work out. There's the gush on the Windrunner. Windrunner actually doesn't have Windrunner at level 1, so she could possibly go down here. Taking a lot of Tide damage. And Vita's now going to trade with Calculus. Calculus doing a really good job. That was absolutely worth his mana and his HP. He got a lot of damage out of auto attacks, man. Alright, Lich Illusion's doing a little bit of good damage. The Necrolite, he's going to have to pop. There's a little bit of black void there in the middle. A little bit more damage being done. Spectre continuing to last hit effectively. And Iondu actually picking up Heartstopper Aura, which is a good thing. It's going to very slowly reduce the HP of the enemy team. Very slowly. It's a very small amount, but it can make an impact over a minute or something. There's the stun on the Windrunner. Windrunner in a lot of trouble now. She doesn't even have Windrunner. I can't believe it. We're going to see a gush in 1 mana. Here it comes. He backed off. I can't believe it. He backed off. Alright, maybe it wouldn't have gotten a kill, but it would have been really close. Wow. Okay, it was only a level 1 gush. Almost getting a kill. Almost a guaranteed kill. Kind of surprised it didn't happen. But I love SK's lanes right now. I think these are really, really smart. Enigma on the top lane. The carry protected mid, going to be against Necrolite. Against the Necrolite Venom, which is actually a pretty good lane. And then on the bot lane, the Line Tide. Very good stuff. I love all their lanes very much. I think they're very safe and smart. Line now, level 3, 2 Impales and 1 Hex. And Tide's still at level 2, but he does pick up a level of Kraken Shell, which is going to help him stay alive here. And Link's got to be careful. I mean, if he comes up to the mid lane, this is what's going to happen. He's going to eat a little bit of Venomancer poison, taking damage over time here, despite having a Tango going. Plus the Heart-Stopping Aura is going to hurt his HP. I mean, look at his HP right now. The poison damage, it's like, it's going down. It's going down literally just to the Necrolite. And Link actually in a little bit of trouble here. There's the Ring of Health, which is to help keep him alive, but that's about it. He's going to take a lot of damage from this and getting it worked down to a moderately low amount. So he's going to have to pop a salve here after the poison runs out and then go back to last hitting. Then he's going to be fine. And we'll see if he pops salve. He does pop the salve. Just waiting, watching those numbers. And a nice little early advantage for the Necrolite and the Venomancer here. And yeah, he's going to even take a little damage from that, losing about 100. And Windrunner somehow getting first blood on the line. Surprisingly, as many times as she almost died. Going to pick off a kill against Calculus here. Nice auto attacking in one more. There we go. Tide goes down. Double kill for Windrunner. Big pick off there. Very surprised. I thought for sure Windrunner was going to be the one to go down first, considering how many close calls she's had. But nice play by the Windrunner getting a double kill, I'm sure. And Angel getting a couple last hits, nice axes on those on the Eidolons, man. You do not want to feed those. 27 gold a piece. Ancient Apparition picks up a regen rune. Gonna be swinging back to the spot lane. Looks like the Earth Spike actually did miss. Level 4 in the line, sitting on decent HP. He's probably gonna get boots first, I would assume. And Tide now ganking on the mid lane. Level 2 still only has a level 1 gush, but if they can catch one of these guys out of position, they might have a good chance to kill them. A little surprised Necrolite seems underleveled. He's going to cast his heal and, or Death Pulse and do a little damage combination. Are we going to get the initiation? There's a dagger. There's the slow. There's the second slow. This is actually a really bad time for Necrolite. He's going to get 1 heal off and then he's going to go down here. I think he will end up dying. Maybe not. Wow, 1 hit away. Literally 1 auto attack away from dying. Very close. Rough loss there for SK. Not going to pick that up. He's definitely going to have to go back to base, and he will indeed. 50 gold, and he's going to finish Magic Wand. Very smart item decision. Getting that wand in lane is going to help out a lot. Every single time he casts Frost Armor, every single time he casts Sacrifice. It's an extra wand charge, and that's exactly what Necrolite needs when he's about to die, is a big magic wand. Because the mana that he increases also gives him more HP. He needs mana to cast the Death Pulse. Lion doing some good last hitting, level 5 Earth Spike. He's a level 5 hero with a level 3 Earth Spike, and he's going to pick up his boots, and there they are.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Lion a very good last hitter, Spectre continuing to try to last hit, and Venomancer getting a little soul EXP right here. But they're basically under-leveled because of the sacrifice. That's completely why. And Spectre doing a nice job last hitting, but once again, taking more poison damage. It's going to fight against the Ring of Health very well. And the Heartstopper Aura as well, man. Poison plus Heartstopper Aura. Looks like we see another kill on the bot lane that I miss. Windrunner almost going down once again, but looks like Lion drops, and they might be able to get the Tidehunter as well. And Windrunner coming through, yeah. Big pick-off by these two heroes. Ancient Apparition and Windrunner just making it happen, man. Despite being at a slight disadvantage at the early game, the double range lane is really powerful. Doesn't even matter if you don't have 3 heroes. You can auto-attack in between all of your disables. Makes a big impact. Necrolite getting some good last hits there. Those are tough to make sometimes, especially up a hill with the Sadist level. Every last hit he gets gives him a little bit of mana, which is going to keep him closer to being more survivable. Ancient Apparition ready to gank on the mid lane, but he's completely out of mana. He's actually going to drop an Observer Ward and just walk away. Nothing he could do there, really. Maybe, if somebody can give him a Clarity Potion, he can maybe Cold Feet. He can actually ulti now. If they can get a little Disable off on Spectre, they might be able to get a kill. But it looks like he has a Vanguard coming. Yes, he does. He has farmed his Vanguard. Very fast Vanguard. 7-minute Vanguard here. So Spectre is looking really good right now. Actually, maxing out Dispersion first. Pretty cool item build, or skill build. I think this is really smart, because the aggressiveness of Necrolite and Venomancer is definitely very high. Or at the very least, they have big damage potential with those magic nukes, so... A little bit of Death Pulse doing very little damage to Spectre. That's kind of embarrassing. Oh, okay. It's a level 2 Death Pulse. Only does 125. Very low amounts of damage. And here comes the A ulti somewhere. Is that on an Enigma? Enigma gets killed by Beastmaster A. Yes, indeed. That's where it was at. Man, my map wearing sucks this game. Really inadequate play. Or casting. Alright, Lion getting last hits to do the best of his ability. He's about to hit level 6, but he's up against a level 7 Windrunner who's scored a lot of kills so far. And she actually is going to go for a really fast pipe this game. That's actually really smart. She's gonna... A mech is basically not gonna do the trick against a hero like Lion, who can impale and then ulti you before you get your mech off. She's gonna need a really fast hood and a really fast pipe, and that's gonna keep her team sitting really good. And for that reason, I think Necrolite's probably gonna get the mech. I think Necrolite will get the mech. If not Necrolite, maybe Venomancer or AA, but I'd be surprised. I think Necrolite's gonna get the mech this game. And we're going to get a pipe on Windrunner, and that's going to keep them very survivable and possibly able to push. The nice thing about Necrolite is his semi-carry ability in the mid-game, like the Death Pulses, you can cast them very often, 5-second cooldown, and just casting a couple Death Pulses makes a big impact, basically, on taking heroes out in the mid-game. Even squishy heroes like Tidehunter, he can't eat that many Death Pulses. It's like 2 or 3 Death Pulses, he's gone, so definitely a little dangerous, but he's going to swing around, maybe get a good gush off. He does have a full magic wand, which is 150 HP heal, but even with these 3, I don't think they could pick off either the Venomancer or the Necrolite right now. He's continuing to last hit really well. Are we going to see the initiation? There's the gush and the dagger. Wow, he is actually going to go down here. I'm a little surprised, but he does get picked off. A little out of position. His Death Pulse was used offensively, so he lost 1 Death Pulse worth of heal. And a nice gank by SK finally puts their heroes on the board. 1-5 currently. Enigma does pick off the top tower, though. Are we going to get a roar from Beastmaster? He wants it. He's going to give up, though. Does a little bit of axes on the Eidolons, and he will clean up the last of the last hits. The last of the last hits. Oh, here comes Lion, though. We're going to get another Eidolon conversion, and there's the Finger of Death, and that's it. Nice play by SK. Lion showing up where he wasn't expected. They did lose a tower as a result, but they did get a kill off Beastmaster, and Beastmaster has just not been doing very good as a result. He is level 8 though, very, very highly leveled, but the Lion coming through with big burst damage, the Eidolons auto-attacking, and the Finger of Death. 500 damage, man, that makes a big impact. Alright, Venomancer now level 5. Getting closer to his ultimate. Ancient Apparition, roaming towards the mid lane, and Windrunner wants a kill here. They want to kill this Spectre. I don't think he's died yet, has he? He has not died yet. He's even got a kill, which is not looking good for GDT, despite doing really, really well in the bot lane. There's the Gale. Here comes a Roar. There's the Roar. There's a Cold Feet. This is going to be it. I don't think he can survive this. Are we going to see the Power Shot? And there it is. Windrunner's going to pick that up. They let Windrunner get it, which is definitely a good decision. And the Spectre finally goes down. What was his gold total, by the way? He's at 315, so he's at about 500 there. Somewhere around 500. Line now on the bot lane, or in the mid lane, sorry, but all he really does have is boots, so I think GDT, despite losing 2 kills recently, Enigma picks off Necrolite on the top lane. That is really big. Using a black hole, good play by him. But GDT still at an advantage. Unfortunately, their Necrolite isn't doing nearly as good as he could. He actually died on agility treads. Probably trying to wand and then switch. So he's not doing nearly as well as he could be, or should be, but the rest of his team doing really well. They're going to see a smoke. They're actually swinging bot going towards a Tidehunter. Is he getting a TP out? He's thinking about it. Necrolite will TP in. They're looking for that Tidehunter. Switching to agility, or in treads actually. He's opting for the ability to switch, and he's just absolutely hiding, trying to see. Oh, I just saw a Hawk Shadow. Did anyone else see that? I saw a Hawk Shadow. I assumed maybe it was just like a natural Dota 2 Hawk Shadow, not like the actual Hawk. Alright, are we going to see another gank go on to the Spectre? Roar is ready. 4 heroes are in position. Their ultis are here. There they go. Are they going to get the Roar? There's the Roar initiation. There's the A ulti. Where's the Ice Vortex? Ice Vortex is a little low. He forgot to cast an Ice Vortex, but it's not going to matter. They still pick off the Spectre a second time. That is so big. Getting those ganks off, man. Doesn't even matter if it costs them all the mana. It doesn't even matter if Enigma's doing well on the top lane. He's going for a fast pipe, it looks like, but even still, Tidehunter line, looks like they were trying to counter gank on the Enigma, but little did they know that their Spectre was the one getting picked off. Once again, losing his gold. Down to 400. He's only at 54 CS. Are we going to see a team fight on the top lane? Venomancer actually got picked off there. I missed that. Venomancer going to check the rune at 12 minutes, and he found 3 heroes. It's a dangerous situation. There will be an illusion picked up by the Beastmaster. He's actually very underfarmed. His HP is quite low, but are we going to see a team fight? Necrolite getting Malefist, eating. Wow, yeah, he looks dead. Unfortunately, man, Necrolite just getting shut down here. He needs that big HP, and there's the power shot, or the shackle shot. Line easy pick off. Necrolite has got to stop dying, man. He needs to get his HP up. Unfortunately, he just did not have a very good laning experience, and he keeps getting killed. Needs to be very, very careful. They have a lot of good heroes to counter him. A lot of big burst damage heroes, like Line especially. But he's got to get his HP up. He's going to buy the buckler there, so he is going for the mechanism, but damn, dude, not a good situation so far for him, that's for sure. Windrunner with the hood. Going to shut down a little bit of Spectre's farm. Wow, Spectre still doesn't have his ulti. Just maxing Dispersion first. Nor Desolate. Desolate or ulti, just doesn't have at level 7. Lich level 7 now. Level 2 ice armor. Only 1 sacrifice, but not a big deal. It's going to help keep the Spectre a little bit more alive, and it looks like Lich is most likely to just kind of cover him for now. I think this is really smart. They've already shown that they love ganking the crap out of the Spectre. Another ward up on the high ground. Necrolite roaming past. He does have the buckler, so he does have an extra 5 armor here. Lion looks like he's going to back up. But the Dire team looks like they want to take a tower. Understandably, they got to keep pushing here. Or at least do a little bit more gank push. 2 levels of Sadist currently. Another ping on the Venomancer. He spots a regen rune. And there come the TPs from the Radiant team going to defend the top tower. It does get fortified. It's still full HP. Are they going to be able to defend it though? Beastmaster is going to pick up a Vitality Booster. He's going to bottle up that regen. Power Shot comes through. Calculus going for the chase. He wants to get an ulti off, but not going to happen. I heard an AA ulti somewhere. And it looks like Beastmaster going to swing back towards the mid lane looking for a ulti, but 2 heroes is not going to cut it. There's the vision on the Spectre. He does pick off the Greater Hawk. It's a nice little pickup by Link. He's happy about that. Going for phase boots here. Once again, since they're fighting Not very hard carries. At the very least, Necrolite is not nearly as farmed as he needs to be. Spectre can opt to go for a Phase Boots, which is going to give him early advantage, basically. It's going to allow him to chase better and gank better and fight better at the low levels before he gets the Radiance, because that's the most important part of the game. Once Spectre gets the Radiance, he's going to win the game anyways. Unless, you know, the enemy team is over-farmed, but there's another smoke pop up. They're going to be looking for a hero to kill. Are they going to be able to find anybody else? They do see the Greater Boar, I think. But wow, they really ran back. Did they have vision or something? They may have seen them smoke up. I'm assuming they did, because they're all backing up. And there's a Beastmaster. Gonna scout out a couple dudes. Who's on the top lane? That's just Necrolite trying to farm this up. Oh, messing up on the Eidolons just a little bit. It's rough. And he does have his headdress, but he's still a ways away from the mech. Still about 900. Miggle is actually going to scout out the Ancient Apparition. Ancient Apparition looks like he's going to die. And there's the Malefice. Good Shackle on the line. Is that going to keep him alive? I'd be really surprised here. He's going to ulti this, put the debuff on, but he does get picked off. A little out of position.
Regeneration.
Necrolite picking up the Mechanism recipe first.
Regeneration.
Does he... No? He doesn't have the headdress yet, but going to continue to regen his mana using his passive. It's really rough for him that he died so many times. If like, especially those solo deaths, those are really rough, man. Losing solo to heroes like Enigma, that makes a big impact. At least then they, you know, if they have to gank you with like 3 heroes, they have to spend 3 heroes ganking you to get a kill. If it's a solo hero playing really well and just scoring a kill on you, that's a big mistake. Now they will kill the top tower. That's going to give them a mechanism, no problem. And that will be on the way. And they're going to be doing a lot of pushing now. But I feel like, do we have any Arcane Boots even on the Radiant team or on the Dire team? Venomancer is not quite there yet. Ancient Apparition doesn't have any Arcane Boots. Do we have any Arcane Boots in this game at all? Surprisingly, 0 Arcane Boots so far. I don't see any. Quite surprised. I know everybody's pretty underfarmed, but... And Snaking with just that hood, very low HP, 872, but he doesn't care, man. Having that hood up is already just gonna keep him very survivable. And here comes the Enigma with the Lion that does get scouted out by the Greater Hawk, so he will back up immediately using those Phase Boots. Venomancer AA farming on the mid lane. And Necrolite back in the jungle. Once again, he does have that mechanism. There's a Pipe of Insight recipe. Looks like somebody forgot their own headdress, I think. And there it is. So that's going to be the recipe that'll complete it for Windrunner. Assuming he has a, yeah, he does have an Ironwood branch, so... We have a pipe, we have a mech on the Dire team. GDT is looking pretty strong in that sense. It's a lot of team fight. Lion has a good level, so he's level 9. Decent Chain Frost off a Lich, but still squishy. And Spectre is about halfway to his Relic. Calculus doesn't have much either. They're basically sitting on a really farmed Enigma, Blink, Hood. It's going to come down the Enigma basically in the Spectre in a lot of ways. He does have his ulti now, but we're going to see the Dire team push pretty heavily, I think. Especially because of their mech and their pipe. Makes a big impact. Tower will take a little bit of damage here. Enigma is hanging out in the jungle. Or in the trees at least. They don't know he's there. He's going to be looking for that black hole. He's thinking about it. There it comes. Big black hole. He's going to catch 5 heroes. Spectre's going to ulti this. Tide will ulti it just at the black hole ending. And what a big team fight. The mech and the pipe going to keep them all alive. I cannot believe it. With the heal from Necrolite. That was a perfect initiation by the Radiant team. And none of them have died yet. Beastmaster may end up dropping. They immediately switch. They're going to pick off the Spectre. I cannot believe it. That was ridiculous. Lich is going down. I am smiling right now. That perfectly demonstrates the power of the mech and the pipe. Holy crap, dude. That literally could not have gone better for the Radiant team, and they still lost the team fight. I need to, like, make a YouTube video of this perfect moment and just explain how amazing that is. Let's look at the gold difference. I mean, it was in their favor, about 2 to 3k there, so a moderate amount, but not a ridiculous amount. And that was literally Pipe and Mech and Death Pulse saving the frickin' day. 5 heroes so low and close to dying, but it just didn't happen. That was amazing. That was freaking amazing. They won a team fight, pick off a tower. Now they're going to take mid. They may even back up and take a Roshan right now. And I think they absolutely deserve it after that team fight win. Wow.
Radiant's middle
So
tower
grouped
has
up, but the
fallen.
mech pipe going off perfectly. Great job by Enigma there. Perfect black hole, but just not quite enough there. And Tide as well. Perfect Tide ulti. As soon as the black hole ran out, pops that ulti to get a couple extra seconds of stun. 2 more seconds of stun, plus the AoE. That was so well done. So well done, but it just didn't happen, unfortunately. And they will scout out the Roshan, but apparently they're not going to go for it. Radiant team does have wards up, so they do see these movements going on right now. Spectre on the top lane, 2100 gold from that. Did lose a little bit out of that team fight. Such a rough loss for them. Spectre going down like that. And will they initiate here? They're up the hill. Necrolight's still sitting decently farmed. 1800 gold. Will he go for another item next? I'm not really sure what he's going to get. He might get a couple, he might get like a null talisman or something. I'd be a little surprised. Maybe like a sheepstick or a bloodstone would probably be really good. Bloodstone would probably be really good just because of the mana regen. You'd have unlimited mana regen. Can basically, not necessarily unlimited, but very, very high mana regen. There's a smoke by GDT. Continuing to look for something. Windrunner with an ultimate orb. I love that item choice. She's going to run in solo. It might confuse the crap out of the enemy team. There's going to be a Tide illusion. They haven't smoked up quite, or unsmoked yet, so they know it's an illusion. And they're going to be looking for a kill. But I think the Radiant team, SK is being smart about it. They're like, oh, there's a random Windrunner running around my jungle. The enemy team is probably there. And they will drop an Observer or a Sentry Ward down. And Windrunner's going to back up and kill that Observer Ward, which they did predict there. Alright, so good vision by the Dire team. 2 wards in position, plus they have a Greater Hawk for scouting. And they're going to take out a Roshan, and there's nothing that the Radiant team can do about it, basically. All they saw was Windrunner. They don't know for sure that the whole team was there. They expect that it was. And they can't even check this out. They basically need to start farm. They need to continue farming. We might see a Spectre ulti randomly if they really suspect it. But Spectre is about 800 gold away from a Relic. And GDT is definitely going to push really hard. Necrolight's going to pick this up.
Roshan has
He's going to have that
fallen.
survivability. He's got an item coming to him. I don't know what it is. Is it a drum? It's an ultimate orb. He's also going to go for a sheepstick, I think, which is actually really smart as well. Gives him big mana regen, gives him stats. Doesn't make him super tanky like something like a Bloodstone or Drums of Endurance would. But once he does get that sheepstick, that's going to help them combat a late game Spectre by a lot. If you sheep a Spectre, his Radiance doesn't go off. That alone is a big difference. For 3.5 seconds, you're talking about 200 AoE damage, basically. So Necrolight is looking good, man. Once he gets, oh, I'm sorry, I was like, where did his mech go? There it is. Alright, there's his mech. He's got the Aegis. He can be really aggressive here. He can ulti on that Spectre if he has the mana. Finally, we do have some Arcane Boots coming out of the Venomancer. At least one guy has them here. And is that somebody else's? It's like, man, damn. Transfer that Ultimate Orb already. There we go. Ultimate Orb on the Necrolight. His stats are looking much better. They're going to take their last tower. Radiant team going to be smart and trade the mid tower, but they're going to continue going. They're going to take out the racks. They're going to fight the racks, so Radiant team will trade. I actually see a pipe as well, just to prevent some of that AA damage, but they have to TP back. SK in kind of a weird position right now. So the Dire team wants to take a racks here, but they're going to be slow to come back. Do they even all have TPs? There's the Relic for Spectre. They're TPing back. They've got 4. There's the Glyph. There's the Disable after the Necrolight. There's the Eidolons as well, waiting on a Midnight Pulse. Midnight Pulse going to do a lot of AoE damage. Smoke up by a couple of the support heroes as well. Medallion on Tidehunter. There's a Gush. Wards up on the high ground, doing damage to the tower. It's only a matter of time. It will go down eventually. There's the Shackle. It's going to land on 2 big heroes going on Enigma. Enigma's going to get picked off immediately. She does go down. Big Chain Frost mech, pipe up. Necrolight looks dead. He does go down. He eats so many Chain Frost, but he's going to be back up in a second. And here we go. Going on the Spectre. As soon as Necrolight's up, will he ulti it? Tidehunter ultis. Tide will go down in just a moment there. Big Lion stun as well, but that's going to be it for Spectre. Here's the ulti. And there it is. Necrolight's Reaper's Scythe coming through, cleaning up. Lich goes down as well. Tide backs up, and that's going to be it for the Rex. 5 heroes are up. Necrolight is so good at pushing for these reasons. Death Pulse plus mech. Stacking a heal with a heal and a tank. It works out so good for a pushing lineup. I love the Necrolight pickup. It's working so good. Just get Spectre down to half-life and just ulti him. It makes a big difference. Or even 40%. That's an easy kill. Will they swing mid? It looks like they are. They want to take a double Rax right now. I think this is really smart. At the least, take out at least half of this tower. Venomancer wards are up. He's got a Arcane Boots to make a big difference for more heals. And they are actually going to take out this tower immediately.
Radiant's middle tower is
Drums of Endurance on the Venomancer. Will they get the tower? It's going to be close. Yeah, the wards will get this last hit. It goes down. Venomancer gets the last hit. Necrolight's still alive. He's going to mech up. I think they need to back up. Snaking in a little bit of trouble. He will wind run. And there we go. Such a big win there for GDT. Taking out a full Rax at 25 minutes. Mid tower is down. That makes a big impact. And Spectre still no Radiance. Keeps getting killed in these team fights. 1-4-0 on Spectre. 141 CS. 139 CS on Angel. And everybody else really mediocre. 51 on Lion. 32 on Tide. Compared to the Dire team, 127 on Necrolite. 35 on Veno, 82 Beastmaster, 85 Windrunner, and even 16 on A. So if we look at the gold difference tab, it's got to be really good. Yeah, 10k difference. Radiant team is looking really strong. Our Dire team looking really strong right now. They're going to heal up. We might see Windrunner farm a Sheepstick, maybe. They might just keep pushing. With a Plate Mail on the Beastmaster, he is basically going Mega Tank with the Boots of Travel. Really cool item choice. I don't think they reduced cost quite yet in Dota 2. They still haven't applied all those changes. Yes, indeed. They're still 2,700. Recipe's still very expensive, but they are looking really good. It's going to give him a lot of movement speed. He's going to be able to gank easier with this. And Necrolite didn't even bother going to heal. He's just going to run into the jungle and take out some easy CS. Get closer and closer to that Mystic Staff, which will give him a lot more casts because of boosting his mana pool by so much. Lich a little underfarmed, moderately underfarmed here. Phase Boots with the Magic Wand. Spectre does have that relic apparently because he's missing gold. And yes, indeed. There it is. Radiance is done. Radiance on the Spectre just might win them in the team fight here, but they still have a mech pipe. Still are going to have that mech pipe. Vlad's on Venomancer. If you guys are wondering why he gets this, is because it helps out your entire team, giving you lifesteal or giving you armor, giving you bonus damage, and the mana regen is also very nice. That makes a big impact, especially on heroes like Necrolite, who are very tanky but don't necessarily have a ton of armor. Getting that extra 5 armor from the Vladzor really makes a big impact, so I love that they're doing this. Plus, they want to end the game right now. Venomancer doesn't want to farm for an Aghanim Scepter. They want to end this game immediately. Here's the initiation, almost getting a roar off on the Enigma. It does go off, but he's kind of out of position now. Tidehunter's going to get a big ulti off. SK Lincoln, wow, the burst damage on Necrolite, he gets picked off. Big black hole coming out of the Enigma, and that's going to be it for GDT in this team fight. Definitely a big advantage coming for SK. Necrolite does buy back, and he's running back, but it looks like Veno will go down. And that's going to be it. Veno goes down. Ancient Apparition dropping as well. Spectre getting an ultra kill. Holy crap. Literally, the difference in that team fight, in my opinion, was Enigma not getting ultied. Enigma was able to blink away or run away or whatever before he got ultied. If he would have been ultied right here in front of the entire enemy team, that would have been him getting bursted down immediately. A ulti would have hit. Everybody could have casted their spells on him. Necrolite may not have just died immediately like he did. And once Enigma got that black hole, that just sealed the deal in that team fight. They need to pick off preferably Enigma or maybe Lich. Just pick those heroes off immediately, basically. And when they do, it's going to make a big impact. Man, really rough for GDT here. I really hope for their sake they don't have the same situation as they did the first game they played today. They try to outpush the Spectre, and the Spectre just drops him, man. Just farms long enough and drops him. He does have the Radiance, so it's going to keep being hard. Enigma going in. Are we going to see the Roar? There's the Roar on Enigma. But Beastmaster may end up going down here. He's looking really dangerous. And are we going to see a mech? Kite doesn't save him either. Mech is not in position, but the A ulti will land on Enigma. He does get picked off, gets shattered on through. Ulti from the SK. Oh, man. Calculus looks like he's going to survive this really rough ulti coming out of Necrolite. Nice power shot. Going to clean off the Tidehunter. He's not going to be able to buy back. Or is he? He can actually buy back if he's not on cooldown. And this may actually be a Rax here. We will see. It's going to be a tough pickup. Midnight Pulse going to push them back a little bit. Beastmaster is gone, and the buyback from Tidehunter is going to seal the deal. They will have to back up. Not going to be able to take the Rax here. And they didn't get to kill the Spectre either, which is a big deal. Spectre is farming currently. He's on the top lane. He's at 2,300 gold, so he's actually getting quite farmed. That big ultra kill that he got in the team fight 2 times ago is going to get him to a heart even faster, which means he's going to be even harder to kill. You got to get him to that 40% HP mark and then pop the Necrolite ulti on him, and that's going to make the difference. Or just get a couple Sheepsticks. That would also help a lot. How close is Windrunner here? He's got to be close to a Sheepstick. He does actually have a Sheepstick. So the Ginsu is, or the side of the Vice, sorry, is done on the Windrunner. Necrolite needs to get that Mystic Staff. He has the money now. Pick up your Mystic Staff, man. If they had 2 Sheep Sticks, every team fight, Sheep Lich, kill him. Sheep Enigma, kill him. Or just Sheep Spectre, and then Sheep Spectre again. Something like that. Getting a Sheep Stick is going to make a huge impact. Really, really huge. The only downside is that's 875 of Necrolite farming gold. That Spectre is farming, and Spectre is going to farm faster no matter what. Will it make the difference, though? I think they should just wait. We're going to have the Mystic Staff. There it is. Mystic Staff picked up on Necrolite, giving him a lot of extra mana. Approximately 400. It's not about 400 extra mana there, which is 2 Death Pulses. It makes an impact. And more importantly, having the mana for the Reaper Scythe. That's so expensive. 340. And Windrunner's just going to help him farm because they want to get this really fast. If they can help him get all the last hits. Roshan is still dead here. I would love to see them take a Roshan and then push again. Is it going to spawn back? It's getting really close. I know it's got to be about time. And they have extremely good... Wow, look at all the Sentry Wards. They do not want them knowing... They drop like 4 Sentry Wards here. They're like, dude, we do not want them knowing when we're Roshin. Windrunner's going to be running through a little bit. Beastmaster's still in the jungle. He's got a haste rune. I think he's just trying to stop them from smoke ganking. Axe is not pulling the creeps apparently. And still no Roshan. Where's Necrolite at, man? He's in the jungle. He had to run across the entire map. A little bit of an unfortunate situation. 400 gold away. Still no Roshan. Radiant team running around looking for gank possibilities. Blink Dagger online. That's going to be really, really effective. A couple blinks by. Who is that? Dire team. He's going to TP to the base, actually. A little weird. Still no Roshan up. There it is. Nope. The icon showed up. I thought he's up. So many wards going on. Over by Roshan territory. They do need... If they get Necrolite the Aegis, I think... And he has a Sheep Stick, I think that's going to be game. So that's why they really want that. It's going to be a huge advantage for them, at least. Alright. Spectre does have his Reaver, though. Gets a lot of survivability out of that. We're going to see a Illusion pickup. And there's one ward going down. That will be counter-warded pretty fast here. Using that Boar. Go Boar, yes! Go Boar, go! Vision is gone. Do they still have an Observer ward? Yeah, one more Observer ward on the Lich. Roshan is up. They're going on him. This is going to be the integral part of the team of this game. If that goes down, Roshan will drop. Necrolite will get a Sheep Stick. Necrolite will pick up the Aegis, and then they're going to push, and that's going to be really good. As long as Necrolite can stay alive, that's heals constantly going onto the enemy, on the allies, and damage on the enemy team. They're going for it, though. They realize what's happening. Beastmaster Illusion, maybe this can burn a nuke on somebody. That would be a big impact. They're going to realize at this point, though. And there, it's picked up. It's already dead, man. He picks it up. Oh, man, he's got 10 gold to go. He needs 10 gold to get a Sheep Stick. He's going to wait for it. 5 gold. 3, 4. Sheep Stick, yeah! Alright, and here comes the push, man. If they can stay alive, if Necrolite can tank, get a kill while using his Aegis while everybody else is still alive, that's going to be the game. He's got to save his Reaper Scythe. He's not quite level 16 yet, so his ulti won't be nearly as good, but they're still looking really strong with the double Sheep Stick. That's going to come down to it. Who is going to get sheeped in these team fights? If it's important heroes, the game is going to be over. If Enigma gets picked off out of position, if he gets roared effectively, Power Shot going to scout things up on the high ground, and it actually looks like Tidehunter is jungling right now. He's going to TP back. So here they come. Necrolite trying to shut down the Eidolons a little bit. He's going to do some damage to them, though. Power Shot will be missing. Midnight Pulse going to be doing a lot of damage over time. There's the Focus Fire. Rax is taking damage. Will Windrunner be initiated on? I'd be a little surprised. Medallion goes on the Necrolite. Couple nukes dropping down. Both teams are poking. They're waiting for somebody to get out of position. First person out of position. There it is. It's going to be on Tidehunter. That's going to start off the team fight. Will they Reaper Sight this? He does go for it. He's not going to die, though. He gets his ulti off. Black Hole goes off. Chain Frost coming through. Ancient Apparition in a little bit of trouble. Windrunner is going to go down. No, Windrunner is going to survive just barely. Link is still alive as well. It does not get stunned. Enigma drops, though. Going after the Spectre. Sorry, he's taking so much damage. Will he go down the Ice Vortex? He's still tanking it, though. There's the Sheep. He goes down. Can they buy back? They need to buy back. No buyback on Spectre. He doesn't have the gold. He's very close, though. 20 gold away. He's actually going to hit that in about 10 seconds. And he will buy back, but that's going to be the second Rax falling. GDT picks it off, uses their Sheep Sticks. Everybody stays alive just barely. That was so clutch. They're going to try to take off their third Rex. If they can drop this Rex, even taking this tower down right now is going to give them a lot of advantage. And there is a shout out to all of the famous North American players. Global Universe shouting out to the rest of their team. Shouting out to Sender, blaming his allies against MYM. I don't know who Sender, which guy Sender was. Tide is going to get maybe picked off. Wow. Wow, Kraken Shell did debuff the A ulti, but the power shot finishes it off.
Radiant's top barracks are under attack.
And GDT pulls out the win. Good game for them. That's the Mega Creeps. Very, very well played. Very tactical. I love that.
Has fallen. The Dire now have mega creeps. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
A little bit of a stun going down by the line. They're going to be able to get a couple kills.
Why do you hate ginger?
Oh, shit talking going on from B-Diz here. Ulti going on Miguel. Big pipe though. Pipe making a big difference against these guys. AI owned you. Looks like he is going to die, but it doesn't matter, man. The game is over. Once you get Mega Creeps, it's done. Especially this early. He might actually be able to get a kill. Nope, there's the Hex. With the finger. And he will go down. AA trying to get a kill. He'll get that. I think I had water on him. Damn. Been yelling too much. Venomancer drops. Doesn't matter though.
Find its mark.
These are still weak creeps, but the Mega Creeps are coming. There they are. 100 damage apiece, man. Range creeps doing 130. I don't remember who they were blaming for their loss there in the last game. I'm trying to remember. There's initiation going on, snaking. He's going to pipe up though. Angel is going to die from the sheep stick. There's the A ulti. That's actually going to be really overly far, but it doesn't matter. Heart is finished on Spectre, but you can only tank so much against these creeps. You need a Battle Fury or something. You're even going to see a Spectre ulti. Windrunner will get picked off.
My quiver is empty.
Venomancer are actually going to drop as well. Dude, SK's doing a really good job fighting this out. I mean, GDT's not playing seriously, but...
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Oh, nice. Oh, that was really close. Oh my god. There is the glyph. Oh my gosh. Almost survives. Almost kills Link. Creeps actually clean him up. Creeps clean up Spectre. I love that sound. Mega creeps, dude. Alright, that's the first wave of creeps. Time to start on the next one. They're playing it out, man. They haven't gave up yet. This game is not over as far as they're concerned. Even though the game is over. There's no way they're going to win this. It's just not possible. Shiva's on the Beastmaster, pretty cool.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Yeah, he really shouldn't be shit talking. That's not cool. What an A ulti. Get everybody. That's going to be Lich. Wow, picking off Lich. Aurora. The creeps are doing so much damage.
I sleep with the fishes.
Big Venom ulti.
Radiant's ancient.
Will Rexar live? Wow, he's still alive. 75 HP. The axe is going down. Venom goes down. Chasing after Angel. It's going to be close. Oh, he does get the kill. Spectre ulti trying to score a kill. Almost getting... Wow, Spectre ulti did kill a Beastmaster. That was funny. But that's it. The game is over, guys. GDT, very good victory against SK. I think that was well-deserved. They played that very well. Good game called by all of SK. Awesome for them to be in super good mannered. I absolutely applaud them for that after the shit-talking coming out of GDT. So, That shit should not be encouraged, that's for sure. I hate shit talking. Alright, there's the end screen if you guys want to check that out. SK versus GDT. GDT pulls out the win here in this game. That's they did lose one previously today, but this was a very good game for them. So don't go anywhere. We have one more game left for the day, and I believe it is a couple weird teams that I'm not quite familiar with.